everybody, so glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the... Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. You know, we haven't seen a lot of guys get in there and really punk and show up Joe Calzaghe through the years, but here's a guy standing opposite him that's going to try to do that. He's awkward, he's athletic, he's unconventional.
Yeah, but Calzaghe, one of his real strengths is that he believes in himself. You know, he's a southpaw, he has fast hands, and he can really burn up those punch numbers.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Roy Jones Jr.'s legs look shaky. He was hurt. Blocks that belt line well. They both decide to bring it.
Just couldn't get close enough to him to hit him. But, that was a real bad stun.
Sharp counter punch by Roy Jones. Pulls the trigger fast. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Super two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Ooh. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special.
So we're off to an explosive start.
I guess it's over. Oh, this is going
wow.
to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now.
A very explosive start. That was perfect. That was brutal. He was on his knees. Now take a point off him. Throw him out.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Joe Calzaghe. Good counter punch.
Let's face it, I'm probably not going to knock him out.
Show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question. So he's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Roy Jones Jr. And now they're trading blows. Joe Calzaghe's cut is really not a good sign. Joe Calzaghe's nose is cut, and you can see that it's worsening as this round goes on. Good defensive skill. Carries that punch away. Ten seconds to go in this round. End of the round here. And as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Roy Jones Jr. from Pensacola, Florida, where he grew up. A little bit of a country life out there, and he likes his fighting Gamecocks.
Yes, he does. And, you know, as crazy as this may sound, he says he learned something from them. He watches them fight, and he takes little moves and little tricks. One thing about Roy Jones, he is unorthodox in his approach.
There we go. Counter punch to the head.
Joe Calzaghe is not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against his opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his trainers. Because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing. That when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
Oh, man.
Accurate counter punch by Roy Jones. He gets off with a combination up top.
I've got some real work to do to pull this one back, haven't I?
Here we go with the fourth round. Destructive right hand by Joe Calzaghe. Seconds to go in round number 4. Good block by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. showing some swelling now. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Able to dismiss that body shot. Excellent counter punch by Roy Jones. In and out, in and out. Blocks the headshot. That wasn't able to land. Use the jab. As we come to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Fought really, really badly.
Blocks that belt line well. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Roy Jones Jr. Very nice work by Roy Jones Jr. on the outside. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Among some of the athletic exploits that have turned heads by Roy Jones Jr. is the fact that he's also a fairly decent basketball player, and he once played a professional basketball game by day, now granted in the minor leagues, and then a world title fight that very same night.
He's a good athlete. He picked the right sport, because I've had trainers tell me in the past, guys that I respect, if you're going to have a fighter who comes from another athletic background, let it be basketball, because those physical sets of skills really parallel in some ways in a ring.
Targeting the hooks on each man. Good block. Off the mark. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro football. Oh, and there you go. Roy Jones Jr.'s been stunned. I don't know what was said to him in the corner, but now he's the busier man.
Yeah, he's aware that he has to be.
Joe Calzaghe's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still it could get nasty as the fight progresses.
Right. Just hold him off for this round.
Well-targeted two-punch combo by Roy Jones.
I think stunning him's made him a little bit angry.
Just missed scoring with that punch. They are bringing out the best in each other. I mean, you can just tell when they meet up in the middle of this ring, they're bringing out the best in each other. Oh, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
He needs to start moving that head.
Oh, look at that. You know, you need space to punch. He realizes that, so he pushes his opponent. Oh, Joe.
I just
Once
couldn't get
again,
my
he
arms
goes
free.
down. Can he survive this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on. Bloody hell.
The ref stops the fight.
Calzaghe's
Roy
rating's
Jones
high, but he's
Jr.'s got the win by way of knockout. He put his man down, and the 10 count was
got no power.
Roy Jones Jr. is
His
your
reach is
winner
low.
by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time.
Yep. I think that was my worst fight yet.